Hello everyone, welcome to Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles. I'm here to solve a classic Sudoku created by Lavaloid. I saw this Sudoku on the CTC Discord server, and the thing that caught my eye about this Sudoku was the pattern. It has a really nice pattern, you can say. Square shape with the corners cut off. So an interesting pattern. The last two classic Sudoku videos have been received really well, so I thought of covering one more classic Sudoku. This is a live solve, and you can find the link to solve this in the description of the video. So the rules are simple: each row, each column, and 3 by 3 box in the grid has digits from 1 to 9 without any repetitions. So let's start the Sudoku. 1 in row 2 has to be in one of these two cells, and 1 in box 4 has to go here. That gives 1 in column 2 here. Okay, there is only 1 2 in the grid, so I don't think we can make much headway with the 2's, but I noticed that 1 can be restricted to these two cells, so I'm just making them as pencil marks. Okay, so let's go to 3's. 3 in column 7 has two options. It has to be in these two cells. And 3 in row 8, if you look carefully, 3 must go here. And similarly in row 2, 3 must go here. So that removes the 3 from these three cells, because for column 1 and column 2 we have got our quota of 2 3's. So which means 3 must go into these two cells. You can't have 3 in row 4. And 3 in box 8 must go here, can't be here and cannot be here. 3 in box 2 must go in this domino. Okay, 3's are done. Let's go to 4's now. I'm noticing that the 4's in row 8 and 4's in row 2 are forming an X-wing. That's really early to see an X-wing, but let's just make a note of that. 4 in row 2 has only 2 cells, and similarly 4 in row 8 has only 2 cells. So which means 4 will be cut off from all these cells in those two columns. There can never be 4's in any of the cells which have that blue marking around them. So all these cells cannot be a 4 because of this X-wing pattern. So it's too early to use this X-wing, but just let's make a note of that. Five in column 1 has only 2 cells, just these two. 5 in row 9 must be in here. It cannot be in this cell, so 5 has to go here. And that puts a 5 in these two cells. So nice and easy until here. We haven't yet broken a sweat. Where do I go next? Okay, let's switch over to 6. 6 in row 2, row 3 gives me a 6 here, because you already have 6 in column 7 and 8, and that gives a 5 here. So which means 5 must be in this domino in row 1. Okay, we were doing something with the 6. Let's continue that. 6 in box 5 has only 2 options. It has to be in these two cells. Okay, lots of options in this box, and even this box there are too many options. Let's go to 7's now. 7 in row 7 and row 8, so that gives a 7 in these two cells. 7 is not in row 2, 7 is not in column 8, so 7 goes in these two cells, and that puts a 7 here. Okay, coming to middle box, there is only 1 7. One cell left for the 7 in middle box, so that goes here, and that pushes the 7 into this cell. Okay, let's look for the 8s now. There are only 2 8s in the grid. I don't think we can make any corners with the help of those 8s, because if you look at all the boxes where the 8s play a role, there are 3 options for the 8s. So even in this box, there are 3 options. So let's go to 9s now. There is 1 9 here, and there is one more 9 here. Okay, 9 has 2 options in box 9, this cell or this cell. This 4 pencil mark here kind of looks silly, because it has to be looked at in conjunction with this cell. Similarly, in row 2, we are looking at the 9s, right? 9 has to be in these 2 cells. 9 in box 6 goes here, because these 3 cells are looked at by this cell. So 9 goes here, and that gives me a 9 here, which puts a 9 in this in these 3 cells. Which I don't think would be wise to make a note of. I'm getting one more 9 in box 1. The reason is the 9 in box 4 must be in these 3 cells, which means these 2 cells are eliminated, and even this is not possible, and 9 is in column 3, so that gives a 9 here. And similarly, similar to row 7, you will have 3 positions for 9 in row 3. Okay, time to start making center candidates. Where do we start? Perhaps row 8 and row 2 will be nice places. I'm starting with those. Look at this row 5 6 7 8 9. We need 1 2 3 4. This will be 2 and 3. This will be 2 3 4. This will be 1 and 2, and this will be 1 2 and 4. And let me go to this row. The pending digits are 1 3 4 and 8. So this is 1 8. This is 1 3. This is 3 4 8, and this is 1 4 and 8. So I have my own suspicion about these 3 cells. Wow, and my suspicion has turned out right. The reason I was looking at those 4 cells right away was because of this pattern. It kind of gave me a clue about looking at these cells in particular, and you'll notice that we have an absolutely gorgeous wiving pattern in those cells. So let me show the wiving pattern here. It's beautiful to look at. The highlighted cells, if you look closely, have some combination of 3 possible digits. If you call, let's say, we'll start from this cell. If you call 1 as, let's say, A, and 3 as C, and B as 2, so you will notice that this cell contains A and C, this cell contains B and C, and this cell contains A and B. So when you have such a pattern, that is called a wiving pattern. And for the pattern to be true, there are some prerequisites. One thing is there has to be a hinge cell. This is the hinge cell, and 2 wing cells. Now, how do we call these the wing cells? The reason is the hinge cell will be able to see the other 2 cells. So if you look at row 2 column 2, it's able to see at row 2 column 8 and row 8 column 2. So this is the hinge cell. Now the other 2 cells automatically become the wing cells. So when you have such a pattern, AB, AC and BC, the common digit between the wing cells, you can see that the common digit between these 2 cells are 1, will not be present at the cell which is being seen by both the cells. So this cell is seeing this cell and this cell. So the rule of wiving is that you can eliminate the common digit from this cell. So for example, you can right away put an 8 here. The reason is if you have 1 here, it leads to a contradiction. That leads to a 3 here, and that leads to a 2 here, and you'll be forced out of any digits in row 2 column 2. So that is what you called a wiving, and that's an excellent wiving. So this becomes an 8. That's not 8, that's 1 4. That's not 8, that's 3 4. And 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9, this becomes a 1 and a 2. That gives me a 4 here. So 1 is here, so this can be resolved. This will be 1. And these two cells are 7 and 8. Let me quickly put that in. 6 7 8 3 5 9. I need 1 2 and 4. I have a 4 staring down at this cell, so that is a 1, that is a 4, and that is a 2. Now row 8 can be filled. You have 1 here, so which means this is 3 and that is 4, and which means this is not a 4, that's a 2 3 pair. Let me remove the stray markings. Look at column 9, it's close to dead. We need 8 and 9 in here, so let's make the pencil marks. There is an 8 here, so that means this is 9 and that is 8, and that gives 8 in this domino because of these two 8s, and you can instantly resolve that. So that's an 8. And what are these 3 cells? They must be 1 2 and 3. This is not 1, that is not 3. You have a 3 here. This could have been resolved. So that's 3, that's 2. And now column 2 can be completed, so that is a 1. Okay. Let's look at this box. We need 2 6 7 and 8, so I instantly get a 2 7 pair here, because you have a 2 7 here and that puts a 2 7 here. So this means this would be 6 8, and that means this will be 1 3 and 9. I can't have 1 here, I can't have 3 here. Very well, so this becomes 4 6 and 8 for the box. Okay, I have a 4 8 here, so that gives me a 6. This becomes a 4 8 pair. I have 8 here, so that is an 8 and that is a 4, which means these two cells will be a 4 in column 4. Let's look at column 5 here. So this is not a 6 because you have a 6 here, and that pushes the 6 in here. Okay, so 3 4 6 7 1 and 8, so I need 2 5 and 9, so this will be a 5 9 because of the 2 here, and that will be a 2 9. This will be a 2 5 and a 9. So it was all about the deduction, wasn't it? The wiving, after which the Sudoku is kind of easy. 2 3 5 6 1 and 9, so I need 4 7 8 here. Let me mark in those 4 7 and 8. So I have a 4 here. This is a 7 8, and look at this row. This cell is hidden single. 4 6 7 8 and 5 and 9 and a 1 and 3, so that's a 2. This is not 2, that's 1 3, and this will also be 1 and 3. 2 resolves the 2 7 here, so that's a 2, that's a 7. That 7 gives me 8 here, which gives the 6 here, which gives an 8 here. And if you look at this column, I need 5 and 9, so let's put in those. Okay, so I need 1 3 6. I have a 6 in row 5 row 6, so that's a 6. And I need 1 and 3 here. Because of this one, I get a 1 here and I get a 3 here. That 3 gives me a 2, a 1, a 3. And where does the 2 go in row 4? 2 has to be here. That's not 2, that's 5 9. Okay, this is not an 8, 4 7. 8 here gives me an 8 here, which means this will be a 7. That gives me a 7 here and a 4 here. 4 6 8 3 5 7, so I need 1 2 9 here. This 1 and 2 gives me a 9, and 2 is here, so this is 2, this is 1. 1 is removed from this cell, so that gives a 1 here. A very pleasant solve. 6 7 8 1 2 9, so I need 3 4 5. 4 is in these two cells. That's a 4, that's a 5, that's a 3. 5 gives a 9 here, a 5 here, a 9 here, a 5 here. 9 gives a 9 here and a 3 here. And with that, we have completed this really nice Sudoku by Lavaloid. It was all about the wiving in those 4 cells, which was kind of a giveaway already because of the pattern. But anyway, I hope this was an enjoyable video. We hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.